Hello, 大家好, I'm Grace. In this video, we're going to learn 15 Chinese phrases that are commonly used when you're on a video call with others. You will learn how to say, I will share my screen, you're frozen, and the internet connection is bad, and so on in Chinese. 那话不多说，我们现在开始吧。The first one is 视讯 or 视频 They both mean to do or have a video call, but 视讯 is used in Taiwanese Mandarin and 视频 is used in Chinese Mandarin. In Chinese Mandarin, 视频 can be used to refer to a video as a noun. It can also be used as a verb to express to do or have a video call.
哎，聪聪，他已经来了。
好，那马上视频。啊，那我就要好，那马上视频。
好，那马上视频。Okay, let's do a video call now. Here are some examples using 视讯 and 视频。我们明天可以视讯一下吗？ Can we do a video call tomorrow? In Chinese Mandarin, you can say 我们明天可以视频一下吗？ Another example. 我现在在视讯，等一下再打给你。我现在在视讯，等一下再打给你。我现在在视频，等一下再打给你。我现在在视频，等一下再打给你。I'm in a video call now. I will call you back later. The second phrase is 听得到吗？听得到吗？听 is to hear. The here means able to, and 到 indicates a successful result. So 听得到 means can hear. When we add a question particle 吗 at the end, it turns into a question. 听得到吗？听得到吗？ Can you hear me? Or can you hear it? When the video call starts, you can ask 听得到吗？听得到吗？听得到吗？ You can also use 听得见吗？听得见吗 to express can you hear me? It's the same with 听得到吗？
喂，你听得见吗？喂，你听得见吗？喂。
If you can't hear the other person, you can say 听不到 or 没有声音。听不到，我听不到你的声音。还是没有声音。现在呢？听得到吗？可以了，有声音了。If you can hear the person, but the sound quality is not good, or the person is speaking too quietly, you can use the phrase 听不清楚。I can't hear you clearly. For example, Hi. 抱歉，这里有点吵，听不清楚。我戴个耳机。 The next phrase is 戴耳机。戴耳机。When you need some time to put on your earphones, you can say to the other person, 请等我一下，我戴个耳机。请等我一下，我戴个耳机。Please hold on a second. I'm going to put on my earphones. Here, a 个 is added between this phrase to indicate that the action isn't going to take too long. If you want to sound casual, you can drop the 请 and just say 等我一下，我戴个耳机。等我一下，我戴个耳机。The sixth one is 打开镜头。打开镜头。To turn on the camera. It's often used in Taiwanese Mandarin. In Chinese Mandarin, people often say 打开摄像头。打开摄像头。For example, if you want someone to turn on their camera, you can say 请问你可以打开镜头吗？请问你可以打开镜头吗？ Can you turn on your camera, please? Or 请问你可以打开摄像头吗？请问你可以打开摄像头吗？ If you want to sound casual, you can drop the 请问 and say 你可以打开摄像头吗？你可以打开摄像头吗？ Or 你可以打开镜头吗？你可以打开镜头吗？ Can you turn on your camera? 好，我们开始上课吧。老师，我需要戴个耳机，请等我一下。好。Emily， 你回来了吗？你可以打开镜头吗？你可以打开摄像头吗？ Emily， 你在吗？ Emily？ Here, 你在吗 is another useful phrase. If you want to check if someone is still participating in the video call, you can ask, 你在吗？你在吗？The next one is 打开麦克风。打开麦克风。打开麦克风。If you can't hear the other person, 听不到, it might be because the other person didn't turn on their microphone. They didn't 打开麦克风。你说什么？我听不到。抱歉，我刚刚忘了打开麦克风。Number 10， 你在视讯的时候。你在视频的时候 when you're on a video call, sometimes you will need to share your screen. To say to share one's screen, in Taiwanese Mandarin, we often say 分享画面。分享画面。In Chinese Mandarin, you can say 共享屏幕。共享屏幕。For example, 等我一下。我来分享画面。等我一下，我来分享画面。等我一下，我来共享屏幕。等我一下，我来共享屏幕。Hold on a moment, I will share my screen. 上次你说要给我看的那个影片呢？对。我现在分享画面放给你看。怎么分享不了？可能要调整设定，是不是 上次你说要给我看的那个视频呢？啊，对，我现在共享屏幕放给你看。诶，怎么共享不了？啊，可能要调整设置，是不是？ Here's another useful phrase. 调整设置，调整设置 to adjust settings, or 调整设定，调整设定。Let's see an example. 主持人可能要调整设置，参与者才能共享屏幕。主持人可能要调整设置，参与者才能共享屏幕。主持人可能要调整设定，参与者才能分享画面。主持人可能要调整设定，参与者才能分享画面。The host might need to adjust the settings to let participants share their screen. After you 分享画面 or 共享屏幕, you might want to ask if the participants can see the screen you are sharing. In this case, you can ask, 看得到吗？看得到吗？ Can you see it? For example, 我分享画面了，看得到吗？我分享画面了，看得到吗？我共享屏幕了，看得到吗？我共享屏幕了，看得到吗？ I've shared my screen. Can you see it? Sometimes in a video call, the internet can be unstable. In this case, you can say 网路不好，网路不好 or 网络不好，网络不好 The internet connection is bad. For example, 抱歉，我这边网路不好，我换个地方。抱歉，我这边网路不好，我换个地方。抱歉，我这边网络不好，我换个地方。抱歉，我这边网络不好，我换个地方。Sorry, my internet connection is bad over here. I will move to a different spot. When 网路不好 or 网络不好, the screen can be frozen. To say you're frozen, you can say 你卡住了，你卡住了 or 你的画面卡住了，你的画面卡住了。Emily, 你作业都写了吗？Well, 我 Emily? Emily, 我看到你在眨眼睛了。The last phrase for today is 断断续续，断断续续 to be breaking up or choppy. For example, 你那边断断续续的，网路是不是不太好？你那边断断续续的，网路是不是不太好？你那边断断续续的，网络是不是不太好？你那边断断续续的，网络是不是不太好？ You're breaking up. Is your internet connection unstable? Another example. 刚才声音有点断断续续的，你可以再说一次吗？刚才声音有点断断续续的，你可以再说一次吗？ The audio was a bit choppy just now. Could you say that again? Okay, that's all for today. These phrases are essential in video calls. I hope you enjoyed today's video. 如果你喜欢今天的影片，别忘记按赞、订阅和分享哦。And if you'd like to support me in making more content, please visit my Ko-fi page. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for your support. Last but not least, if you'd like to learn some daily Mandarin expressions, check out my Instagram, Grace Mandarin. 那我们下次见喽，拜拜。